Hey, let's dive into something that really gets under your skin. Stress, right? You've been told your whole life that stress is bad, that you should avoid it like the plague. But have you ever stopped to think, what if stress isn't the enemy here? What if, like the Stoics believed, it's actually the forge where we're shaped into something stronger, more resilient? Imagine this. You're at work, and there's a deadline looming. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and all you can think about is the pressure. Now, instead of seeing this as your body's betrayal, consider it as your gemstone moment. The Stoics would say, just like a gem can't be polished without friction, you can't become your best self without facing some heat. But how do we shift from viewing stress as a villain to a catalyst for greatness? Let's get real for a second. How many times have you let stress push you into action, into making decisions, into solving problems you didn't even know you could handle? That's right. Stress isn't just about feeling overwhelmed. It's about pushing your limits, about proving to yourself what you're capable of when the chips are down. Here's where Stoicism comes in. They teach us that our reactions to stress, not the stress itself, define our experience. So, when you're feeling the pressure, ask yourself, what am I making of this situation? Are you letting it control you, or are you using it as a stepping stone? Let's say you're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. Your first reaction might be frustration, anger even. But what if you took a breath and decided to use that time to listen to an audiobook on leadership or Stoicism? Suddenly, the traffic isn't just an obstacle, it's an opportunity to grow, to learn, to better yourself. Now, let's talk about daily life. How often do you find yourself getting swept up in the future or bogged down by the past? The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, would remind you, confine yourself to the present. Why? Because the present moment is where you wield the most power. It's where you can act, where you can choose how to respond. Here's a practical exercise. Next time you're stressed, ground yourself. Feel the texture of your coffee mug. Listen to the sounds around you. Focus on your breathing. This isn't just about calming down. It's about reframing your experience, turning a moment of potential panic into one of peace and presence. And what about when life throws bigger curveballs at you? Change, for instance. Change is like the ultimate stress test. But Stoicism teaches us to embrace it. Why? Because change is inevitable, and resisting it is like trying to stop the waves with your hands. Instead, see change as a chance to adapt, to show your resilience, to evolve. Think about a time when a significant change occurred in your life. How did you react? Did you resist, or did you flow with it? Now, imagine if you had embraced that change with the Stoic mindset. What strengths would you have developed? What new paths might have opened up? Now, let's get personal. Have you ever noticed how your emotions can dictate your actions when you're under stress? Stoicism isn't about ignoring your feelings, but mastering them. Seneca said, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today." This means don't let your emotions about what might happen tomorrow rob you of today's peace. Here's a challenge for you. When you feel an emotional wave coming, step back. Observe it as if it were someone else's emotion. Ask yourself, what are the facts here? Am I adding any drama? This technique, cognitive distancing, can help you respond more thoughtfully, not just reactively. And let's not forget about self-control. In a world of instant gratification, can you wait? Can you choose the harder path for long-term gain? Stoicism teaches that self-control is freedom. It's about choosing your response, not being a slave to your impulses. Think of it like this. You want that slice of cake, but you've committed to eating healthier. Instead of giving in immediately, pause. Ask, will this help me in the long run? That moment of choice, that's where your power lies. Now, What if you truly embraced everything life throws at you, including the bad stuff? That's amor fati, the love of fate. It's not just acceptance. It's welcoming everything as necessary. Every setback, every failure, they're not just obstacles. They're the raw materials of your life's masterpiece. Reflect on this. If you saw every event in your life as something to be embraced, how would that change your daily interactions, your approach to problems, your overall life? Here's your call to action. Start small. Practice one Stoic principle this week. Maybe it's focusing on the present. Maybe it's embracing a small change. Or perhaps it's just pausing before reacting emotionally. Document your experiences, your struggles, your victories in a journal, and share this message. If you found value in this, chances are someone you know could benefit from it too. Let's build a community of resilience, of growth, of living, not just by chance, but by choice. Remember, the Stoic path isn't about avoiding stress or pain. It's about using them as tools to forge a better version of yourself. So, what will you choose today? To be polished by life's pressures, or to remain rough around the edges? The choice is yours, and your greatness awaits. Subscribe, share, and let's walk this path together.